All right, YouTube, it is 1:30 in the morning. I'm driving home from the gym. I'm going to just keep it hands free. And, of course, you can't see me. Phone on my lap. And I'm going to just talk to the phone, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to explain some things. I'm going to explain what my fitness is going through right now. Mostly positive. I just came from the gym. I deadlifted about 500 pounds. My squat sucks, but I did like 275 all the way up, all the way down. That's the most important part, right? So about the equivalent of somebody who does double that, but they go halfway down. You know what I'm saying? That's not the point, all right? I'm not here to brag or inform or put nobody else's form down or nothing like that. But I will tell you, side note, ego lifting will get you hurt. But I'm saying all that to say this: I am dieting, and right now I'm in like that middle phase, that weird phase of cutting. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people who have never cut down to single-digit body fat, I didn't really get that fat on my bulk, but trying to avoid this stage. But this stage is almost inevitable. And what is that stage that I'm talking about? Not everybody's gonna understand what I'm saying. It's like that stage where you almost look good. You know what I'm saying? When your physique is almost looking good. Let me say it. Let me explain it even better. All right. When you start cutting, right, you get to the stage where you look good, and you think you're on a track of looking good and getting ripped and seeing your abs, and all of a sudden you cut a little bit more, and it start looking bad. And then you push through that. And then it starts looking shredded and good, right? Like what you was aiming for. A lot of people never make it that far, because as soon as they get to that point where the weird part of cutting, that might be the title, all right? The weird part of cutting that most people will never understand. It's a stage where if you're not really working on your strength, your lifts will suffer. If you're not really, if you don't know what to expect, you will probably think you're losing muscle, because your muscles will kind of flatten out a little bit. Like, I'm still muscular. I'm still way more muscular than the average guy, because I lift, so I've been lifting and I've been doing this fitness lifestyle. But at the same time, up to my standards, because your glycogen, your water weight, your glycogen will start to, you won't have any pretty much. It'll be gone. Right, your body burns through that before it burns through the body fat, right? So if you're at the point where you burn it through body fat, your glycogen is pretty much gone. You know what I'm saying? Of course, when you have a cheat day, a refeed day, you get some carbs in you or whatever, some of it will come back, and you can get kind of a pump or whatever. But if you're on a weight loss journey and you're trying to get cut, especially if you're trying to get cut by a certain dateline, I'm trying to be ripped by the end of June. So throughout July and August, I could just be shredded. You know what I'm saying? And the eyes on the prize. People lose their eyes on the prize when any negativity comes. They be on the ball, and they look in the mirror and oh, what happened to my abs? Your stomach, your belly fat will get really kind of squishy before it like really goes away. People will feel that squishiness and they think, well, what am I doing wrong? Am I getting fatter? No, your body's getting ready to use that belly fat. Even though I don't have much belly fat, I got abs, but the little bit that I have before they really get exposed, my body has to utilize that. I've been through this stage plenty of times. That's why I'm not worried about it. But I am speaking on it. Why are you speaking on it if you're not worried about it? Because I want you to know, if you go through this journey, I want you to know what to expect, right? And this is not medical advice. This is not, I'm just some guy speaking on his journey and what I've seen in other people's journey and what I believe you should expect, all right? So whatever you want to do and not do in your journey, that's up to you. Talk to your doctor, talk to your lawyer, talk to whoever you want to talk to. Talk to other people who don't even have the results. A lot of people do that. The blind leading the blind, I'm going to talk to the person that ain't even there. You know what I'm saying? But don't do that. Hey, do what you want, all right? But my point is, I'm getting to that point where I'm about almost single digit body fat again, and relatively lean. What am I talking about? Oh, the gym. I just came from the gym. I did full body, starting with deadlifts, then I did squats, then I did dumbbell bench press, I did curls, tricep push downs, a little bit of shoulders, a little bit of back pull-ups, and a little bit of everything, but not too much of anything. You don't want to overtrain. A little bit of stair stepper too at the end, but you don't want to overtrain, but you do want to get a good workout. You want to stimulate a switch to tell your body when you're recovering to keep your muscle, and if it possibly can, try to grow your muscle, which is very, 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 very difficult, especially if you've been training for a long time. It is very difficult to gain muscle on a cut, right? So, but you can maintain your muscle, and to maintain and keep your muscle, you have to give your body the signal that you're trying to keep your muscle, all right? If you just take a whole bunch of medicine to lose weight and stop eating and and you ain't doing nothing to keep your muscle, guess what? It's gone. You will atrophy or whatever you call it. Yeah, you will lose your muscle, all of it. So, and a lot of people think that doesn't matter, but the finished end goal that you picture your physique is going to look like, I guarantee you 90% of people have a athletic, muscular, or toned up ideal of what their physique to look like at the end. Okay, you need to keep your muscle then. All right, you need to be working on your muscle. Don't be just working on your weight loss. All right, so that's why I go to the gym, and I'm coming from the gym. I'm on my way home from the gym at the time I usually go to the gym. And why did I do that? Because I'm gonna get my last little bit of food, maybe a little bit of protein, whatever. I'm gonna go to bed, wake up fast throughout most of the day, and do it again. But I got a lot of errands to run early when I wake up. I gotta get an oil change in my car. I gotta take my kids to the zoo. Gotta take my kids to the playground. We already did grocery shopping yesterday, so we good on that. Yeah, a lot of stuff, man. Then I gotta go back to sleep, get my calories in, wake up, and hit the gym again. And everything that I didn't do, I'ma do tomorrow. I do full bodies lately. You know what I'm saying? I've done all the stuff. I've done all the splits. I'm not gonna say. See, a lot of times, a lot of people expect you to do exactly what they think you should do. And I'm like, dude, just because I'm not doing what you think I should do, mean that I think what you're doing is wrong, or what I'm doing is wrong, or da-da-da. I'm doing what's right for me at the time. I've done the push-pull legs. I've done the upper lowers. I've done this body part that day and that body part. Everything works, man. Everybody like to go to war against each other's way of doing things, and it's like this, bro. Since whoever listening, learn and watch it, you do what you can stick to, all right? And right now, full body is what I feel like I can stick to the best right now. That doesn't mean I don't like upper lower or push pull legs or whatever else. I definitely love full body because I love SBD workouts, squat, bench, deadlift. Because I like powerlifting. I love powerlifting. That's my you know what I'm saying? That's how I got almost a 600-pound deadlift. You know what I'm saying? I know I can do it if I really focus on my powerlifting. I know out of all three lifts, I can get that 600-pound deadlift, right? My bench press, I did make it back to my 300s. I don't know where I'm at right now, max-wise. My squats, I did make it almost to 400 when I was really, really, really pushing the squat. Right now, nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't trying that. A lot of people be like, have confidence in yourself. Confidence, let me explain confidence real quick. I might make a video about this later. But confidence, you shouldn't just have confidence. And that sounds bad, but let me explain why you shouldn't just have confidence. Because If you just got confidence, especially when it comes to lifting heavy weights, you're going to hurt yourself, all right? I want to be confident that I can just throw 400 pounds on a bench press and do it. People actually lift like that. They be in there playing, man. And I'm telling you, you ain't going to make it.